Hey guys, Isabel here. Welcome back to Reeled In. So today, as I'm recording, is Thursday, and that means that the newest episode of She-Hulk has been released. This is episode 2, titled Superhuman Law. I, for one, enjoyed myself tremendously watching the first episode of She-Hulk. It's campy, it breaks the fourth wall, and all of that, it indicates the show does not take itself seriously, which I kind of enjoy. I also enjoy how it sort of has this balance of not taking itself seriously, but also discussing serious concepts. I know this show has a lot of relatively interesting viewpoints from people. There are people who love the show, and I'm glad that you do, and there are people who don't understand the show. And because they don't understand it, they automatically don't like it and they critique it. And you know what? If you don't like a show, you don't like a show. I'm not here to try and force you to like something that I know you're never gonna like. That being said, with what happened in episode 1 and the critiques and comments that I've gotten on it, I just wanted to say something very briefly. So there's a lot of comments on the whole conversation between Jen and Bruce on how to deal with anger. Bruce is trying to tell Jen that his anger is something he's had to learn how to control, and he's trying to warn Jen of the same thing, but Jen, as her own experiences, not necessarily because of a woman, but that is a big factor, has led her to already have a pretty good control of her anger. But a lot of the audience seems to want to compare how bad their experiences are to each other. Well, that's pretty impossible. You can't compare it. You can't compare who has received more trauma than the other. Because in a sense, trauma is a relative term. Something can traumatize me that might not traumatize you. Yes, Bruce has been through a lot. I'm not saying he hasn't. I also know that comic Bruce and the MCU Bruce are different. Anyway, my friend and I will have a discussion, and I will talk about that more, but just a really quick, I hope you guys can keep an open mind if you don't understand what it's like. Also, another quick thing I have seen, and I know this is kind of a joke, but the whole how Hulk is weaker. I personally don't believe we've seen enough of the Hulk in the MCU. I understand he's super powerful in the comics. Also, Hulk has just not been on my radar in the MCU. Sorry. But the clip that they're responding to is when Bruce and Jen are together. And the Hulk, who has now controlled his anger, is not trying to kill his cousin. Okay? Anyway, the haters probably clicked off after I did that little spiel. So, if you're still here, enjoy my reaction to episode 2.
A stunning scene from the Metropolitan Courthouse today where superpower
Look at the artwork, though.
Titania caused panic.
Hulk. A She-Hulk? Exactly.
That's for you.
Also interesting how they already,
That's
the press is already
She-Hulk, which can't possibly
pushing the
be what they're
superhero
calling it.
onto her.
Lady Hulk.
I love the direct looks into the camera.
Without being a derivative of the Hulk.
That's a pretty dumb name, too.
Nepotism. You knew it.
Oh, take a lap, Dennis.
There's a hot chick over
Dennis.
there. I'm gonna go talk to it.
Ooh, okay, Dennis.
Right?
Jen, can I talk to you for a moment?
Of course, sir. What is it?
Yes.
You, go back to Jen. Jen, this is a serious conversation.
Oh, sure.
He doesn't like that she's taller than him. Jen girl, what happened?
Okay? You need...
Yeah.
Different metabolism.
Oh, she's drunk.
Sir?
No, Jen, I'm sorry. I have to let you go. This makes you a liability for the DA's office.
Oh, we get a She-Hulk intro. Okay. Title card. That's what it is.
This is Jen. Leave a message.
Is that where she lives?
Hey,
Oh,
Fuzzballs,
that's an
checking in
apartment.
on you. I'm here if you want to talk a little bit more.
Can't take the risk of a sideshow.
I have a lot of thoughts, and I'll say them at the end because I don't want to interrupt my paying attention to what's going on.
No, you can't work here.
You shouldn't have.
Well,
Oh,
There was no real.
sugar is very bad for you and your waistline.
Jen,
There was
you
no
don't
real
have to worry
kiss.
about getting fired. I already told everyone, so it won't be awkward. No one's going to bring it
Because
up.
that's not awkward.
A hero. He hadn't heard of you, but I gave him your number so that he could call you for advice.
That Hawkeye guy, what happens to those arrows of his? I mean, does he go around and collect them when he's done?
Jenny?
Bro, he does not
I'm just gonna
know.
put this out there.
they're more like She-Hulks.
So back to Hawkeye.
I have a lot of thoughts. I feel like I should be writing them down, so I'm gonna forget them.
How you doing, kiddo?
But at least the dad is like,
I'm okay.
he's trying. He's there. He's trying.
No, I'm not okay, but I'm okay with...
I'd like to offer you a job.
Is this a joke?
I feel like he definitely wants to use her to his own
Walters,
advantage.
you laid to be head of a new division, yes. Take some time.
I
think
accept.
She's like, I just need some money.
I...
Truly do not care who your paralegal is.
Yes.
You start Monday.
That is a big building. I love her so much. We've all been there. We've all pushed when we should have pulled.
Welcome, Miss Walters. I'll expect you to be at work and in court as the She-Hulk. Not as a normal person.
It's already starting.
Right now.
This way, please. We are the first top
Oh, her
tier
hair's
law
like green tinted though.
firm
That's
to
cool.
launch
I enjoy
an
that.
entire division dedicated to superhuman law.
God, is this why they hired me? Okay, this sucks. I am
The fourth wall breaks. I
Everyone
love the
around here
fourth
is
wall
always gonna think this
breaks.
is the only reason I got the job. It's so unfair. Agnostic.
Interesting. Unprecedented for sure.
I think
Why are you in Hulk form?
GLHK
I
is
just found out the owner in
the initials of
Superhuman
the
law
comic
division.
writers.
But look at everything it's getting us.
Stanley, I think, is one of them
Big ass
too.
windows.
The elf.
A fully stocked.
A map to the best bathroom for pooping.
Thank you.
So, let Carrington go.
Signed
Your
to me.
first case is the parole of Emil Blonsky.
Who? Abomination.
Also known as Abomination, Mr. Blonsky has been serving his sentence in an ultra-high security prison.
I'm very familiar
that the
with Mr.
DODC?
Blonsky, sir.
So you
'Cause
know
Hulk
there's a lot of controversy
fought him.
surrounding his possible...
His conflict of interest. This man tried to kill my cousin,
Mm-hmm.
Bruce.
Yeah, that's quite all right. Mr. Blonsky is well aware of your familial connection.
Oh, is this the DODC? Is this where we're going? Like the headquarters, you know? Oh, yes it is. Look at that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Can't come in like that.
That's cool.
You're gonna serve me up with some fava beans and a nice can.
Ma'am, this is a prison.
Of course.
I love her so much. Also, we did see Wong and Abomination and Shang-Chi like training, it looked like, so very intrigued.
I was expecting...
Abomination, right?
Yes.
Yeah, wow. Sorry about that.
No, I'm cool.
No, you won't be seeing much of him about on loan to the US government.
Okay.
He's wearing Crocs, I just realized.
That I met.
The serum the government gave you caused your subsequent actions?
I was a highly decorated soldier. Captain Bloody America. Something, you know, and
I don't know how much
now
she's faking,
that
or...
very threat, your cousin is held up as some kind of hero, and I'm locked up in here. Where's the justice in that, Jen?
Oh, Bruce, we get him
Hey,
again.
Jen, what's up?
As a society,
That's what you
but
don't.
none of that matters if you
Jen.
don't feel comfortable with it.
I think you're calling me to tell me you're taking the job. And a really heartfelt haiku. So we put everything behind us. That fight was so many years ago.
Don't even.
No,
I do love how
love
close
that.
their like relationship
That's
is,
got a
though.
nice ring to it. She-Hulk, attorney at law. Yeah, probably not for a minute. I got some things I gotta take care of.
Oh my god. Oh!
Okay. Phone call over.
How? What satellite is he pinging off of to reach her
Hello.
phone from space?
No statements made by Emil Blonsky's attorney after shocking footage leaked showing the Abomination participating in what appears to be an underground fight club.
From
after having
Shang-Chi.
somehow escaped from prison.
Oh. That sucks.
Alright, so it looks like there's an end credit scene, so I'll wait. Also, I just want to say, the credit artwork for this is fantastic. Literally fantastic. But anyway, so some things I wanted to say, and what I'm about to say is gonna sound feminist, but it's really not. And if you guys cannot relate to this, or some of you guys can't relate, that's understandable. But what I like how this show is doing is it's obviously portraying Jen Walters. She wants to live her own life versus how she is going to balance that with now being the She-Hulk. That's really what this whole series is about, and so I'm here for it. What it's also about, and the whole episode didn't really talk about it, which is kind of nice, but it was definitely hugely referenced, is that women, for the most part, especially in workforces, struggle with trying to be themselves and then with also what society sort of pushes onto them. And it's only kind of been in recent years where women have started to try and fight that back and be themselves, their whole selves. Some of you watching this don't have that issue. Hold on, the end credit scenes here.
I don't know what 4K is. This thing nobody does, but you still need it. Dude, I don't know.
I love how she's just holding it up.
I've turned it left, I've turned it right. Look,
Counterclockwise.
it just turns the wheel, dude. I don't know what doing.
Drop it down.
Okay,
Drop it down.
okay.
Good.
Do not touch these wires again.
No. I could have done that. There you go. Yeah, watch out for the lamp. Yeah, good. Come on up.
Oh, Lord.
I'm glad you're staying hydrated, Dad, but this seems a little excessive.
Oh, yes, I got that. Do that. Yep, okay.
And again, I'm not going to get too deep, funny and credit scene though, but I'm not going to get too deep into this whole explanation. When my friend and I have our discussion, we'll get into it then. And I can already hear all the other people, their critique, because they remain unable to understand what exactly Jen's struggles are gonna not like this episode. I can already hear it. The one thing I implore all the people watching this show and this reaction video is to hopefully you are able to keep your mind open. That's the only thing I can hope for. But yeah, just trying to go back because I had a lot to say with the subtle, hints and backhanded compliments that Jen Walters gets as She-Hulk, is that there is also something that Jen is struggling with now, and also women and even some other people, not just women, do struggle with, is that people are many, many things. They have many aspects to themselves, their character. But I've noticed in my own personal life, as well as from other people's, stories, that usually people will find one thing about you, and they want you to only be that one thing. And with Jen, that's her She-Hulk. So again, I really need to sit down with my thoughts and, kind of write them down and explore them. And then, the discussion that my friend and I have will make more sense and have a bit more substance. But just off the top of my head, really quick, that's some things I noticed. And I'm glad that they are pointing it out in the show in a very funny, fourth wall break kind of way, to bring attention to it. Again, if you have not ever had to deal with these issues, wow. But if you haven't, I hope you can understand that this is not something just that randomly happens out of nowhere. It happens to people across the world. But guys, that was my reaction. This episode was a bit shorter, but we got Abomination, which was really cool. I'm excited to see him. We haven't seen him in a while. We did see him in Shang-Chi, and that was cool and mysterious, and I'm glad they're bringing it up now, and we're gonna probably hopefully get a backstory to that. But guys, leave a like on the video, comment what are your thoughts on this episode, and what are you excited to see in regards to Abomination in the future episodes. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future Marvel movie reviews as well as Marvel reaction videos. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.